Hey everybody, it's Matthew. It is Friday, December 15th. I have a quick update on the Argentinian peso, the black market rate, and where Bitcoin fits in. All right, so I have my 100 trillion Zimbabwe dollar t-shirt. Hopefully the same fate of disastrous inflation will not befall the wonderful Argentinian people. As you may know, the wonderful principled anarcho-capitalist Javier Milei was recently sworn in as president, and as of a couple days ago, he actually officially devalued the peso by more than 50%. So let's just look at the action here of the Argentinian peso. Inflation is, if not one of the most disastrous things that can beget a people economically. So here, just a couple years ago, 5 years ago, 2018, 20 Argentinian pesos per dollar. And we're going through COVID here. They had a lot of restructuring problems, issues with the IMF. Eventually, they fully devalued over the summer from 300 roughly pesos per dollar to 350. You see it right there. Continued on through the fall. And then just a couple days ago, Mr. Milei devalued it from, that is over 50% devaluation from under 400 pesos per dollar to about 800. Let's just zoom in to make it easy on us here. 800 Argentinian pesos per dollar. Let's reset just a little bit. That's going back to 2002 with the latest iteration of Argentinian currency. So I've talked about this recently on a few podcasts. Just want to show you again. Of course, there is a black market rate or a parallel rate or a non-official rate, which Argentinians are very familiar with bargaining in the market with cash, pesos for dollars, really what the value of the peso is in the market. And that is much, much worse than the official rate has ever been in the last few years. Here it is in black. All right, so here you can see it's basically double throughout the past few years. Official rate is 90, 99. Unofficial or parallel rate or black market rate is double. Okay, this comes from Blue Dollar. There are many sites that publish Argentinian peso black market or non-official rates. And you see here with the devaluations that happened over the summer, and even as of today, it's bouncing around a lot. It was bouncing around a lot when Milei won the presidency and has since been sworn in. And interestingly, he actually didn't devalue it enough, according to the market. Okay, so market is about 990 or 1,000, and he has devalued it to 800. So the black market is still about a 20% difference there. We will see what happens. He's already done a lot. He has defunded many, many industries. My old friend and co-host from Brazil, Fernando Ulrich, says that's the easy part, but the monetary part will be the hard thing. We will see. He's made a lot of bold claims about what to do with the central bank, how they will dollarize, if they will dollarize, but it all remains to be seen. But it's quite interesting just to see the price action has on the black market. I don't want to say stabilized, but it's not at double the value or a 50% devaluation from black market to official rate. Now the difference, the spread is only about 20%. So that's interesting. But just to remind everybody, how does Bitcoin fit in here? How does a free market global money that's traded globally, openly, transparently, how does that fit in? Well, we can actually find the black market way. Well, we can actually find the black market rate a different way than just going to a site like Blue Dollar, which again, that's existed long before Bitcoin's been around. You can find the black market rate. I'm sure the Argentinians have many ways of discovering that, figuring that out, bargaining the black market rate or the non-official rate of pesos per dollar. But if you find a global asset that's globally traded on a global exchange, you can also back into the unofficial rate, which is very interesting. And I'm going to show you that right here now in orange. Okay. So I don't have much data here, but what does this data represent? Where did it come from? It actually came from the global exchange Binance, and this is the Argentinian peso per Bitcoin pair. So how many Argentinian pesos does it cost to buy one Bitcoin? All right, and that's millions of dollars off the top of my head. I don't even know what it is, but it's, excuse me, not millions of dollars, millions of pesos, to buy one Bitcoin. And what you do when you have that figure is you take that figure, and I actually can look here. It's 43 and some million Argentinian pesos per Bitcoin at the moment, 43 million Argentinian pesos per one Bitcoin. You take that figure and you divide it by what? You divide it by the Bitcoin price in dollars. Remember your old dimensional analysis from high school. The Bitcoin signs will cancel out. And what do you get? You get Argentinian pesos per dollar, derived, triangulated via a free market asset that's globally available on a globally traded exchange, Binance. And that will give you this figure. And what is this figure? It is the black market or unofficial price of pesos valued in dollar terms, or I guess I should say it's the unofficial value of the dollar measured in pesos. And here it is. So it's quite interesting. Just zoom in. You know, even if you did not have access to and I'm not saying that, it's the perfect way or you have to do it, but even if you didn't have access to non-official rates like Blue Dollar, or you were halfway across the world, or you just didn't know what the rate might be, the true rate for the Argentinian peso valued in dollars, you didn't have this black line, you can just go on Binance, do a little bit of triangulation, a little bit of dimensional analysis, divide the Argentino peso price per Bitcoin by the dollar peso price per Bitcoin, which is kind of worldwide recognized, and you will get this figure, which is the peso price per dollar in a non-official fashion. And we see again, it's about 20-25% higher than the official rate, which Milei did devalue just a couple days ago. So a lot of interesting things happening to our Argentinian friends. I wish them luck. I hope that they can close the spread on the a non-official peso price per dollar with the official price per dollar. They can get price inflation under control. Inflation is the most deceptive form of economic havoc that can be brought on an economy. Hopefully, they will not suffer the same fate as those in Zimbabwe and Weimar Germany and plenty of other places around the world. Hopefully, they can get this under control, enjoy a lot of free market reforms under their new president, and I wish them luck. So, thank you very much for watching. Take care.